This video is brought to you by the Rich wallet. This is my choice for color. It is Forged Ember. I really like the red color, works really well with the black. I also have this key case where I keep some of my keys in a very durable and safe environment. There's over 30 colors and styles, including carbon fiber and burnt titanium. The wallets have over 50,000 5-star reviews. Get the best offer with link rich.com/weebunion. And right now you can save up to 40% through December 22nd. rich.com/weebunion. Thank you to Rich Wallets for sponsoring this video. Hello and welcome to another update. In this one we'll be starting on the northern side of the Eastern Front, and then we'll be moving southwards and westwards. So starting out on the Eastern Front, we see here in the Luhansk front that the fighting is still ongoing around the Kuzumivka area. In this front line there's been no clear changes to the front line, which indicates that the fighting is ongoing and there's no clear winner as the front line isn't moving. This is most likely because the Russians have prepared the defenses and are able to hold on, and the reports of casualties are never reliable, so I'm not going to report on that. So I'm just going to wait until either side makes any advancements on this front line until I report on it. In the central area there are reports by War Gonzo, which is a Russian journalist moving around the front line and trying to get a clear picture of the front line. And he's reporting that there's some fighting in this area, in this general area, not specific to any villages, but in this specific area. As for the southern area, there's reports that around the Nevsky area, the Ukrainians are trying to advance. They have control of Makivka, which indicates that they are most likely advancing towards Ploshchenka. That's it for the Luhansk front. Moving on to the Bakhmut and Soledar fronts, we see that the Russians are attempting to attack Bilohorivka as well as Yakovlivka and Soledar, while the Ukrainians are holding on fiercely and defending these positions, and there's been no advancements by the Russians other than fighting ongoing around the villages. As for Bakhmut itself, the fighting is still ongoing. Frontline here or to the northeast of Bakhmut is very unclear. There are some reports that just moves the front line around. So I've just put it into an interlapping state, as it's not clear where exactly the front line is. As for here, this is all a gray zone, and the difference between a gray zone and overlapping front lines is that in the gray zone it is a area that isn't necessarily contested but more abandoned, meaning that it is so damaged that no one can hold any positions, and that if any side would hold a position they wouldn't be there, they would just be behind it, and they would have to go through it to advance the front line, while these other zones are areas which isn't necessarily held by either side, but they indicate the front line very well. So essentially here one side controls this area, while here no side controls this area. Opitne is a war zone, so I don't think there are any positions here in the village. Most likely the Ukrainian positions are on the opposite side of this valley, while the Russian sides are on the eastern side of the valley. As for further south around the Donetsk front, there's a lot of fighting happening around Avdiivka. The Russians are trying to advance from all positions. They're trying to take control of this highway, which will allow them to have an easier time moving northwards. And they are trying to attack the village of Kamyanka, as well as trying to move towards Vodian from the east after they have successfully captured Opitne, while the Ukrainians are trying to counterattack around Vodian to regain control of here and then counterattack around Opitne. So the situation is very back and forth here, and the Russians are trying to advance towards Avdiivka. And moving on to the Marinka area, it is still unclear exactly how much they've captured, but in the latest Rybar update it indicates that there is further capture of some of these areas right here in the gray zone, which means that the Russians are advancing slowly and further since the last update. Moving on to the Zaporizhia front as well as the Kherson front, it is exactly the same that is happening on both of these fronts, so I'll just be covering both together. The Ukrainian soldiers are moving from Kherson region to Zaporizhia region, as I've reported on earlier, and there's a lot of shelling happening back and forth across the river around the Kherson area, but also around the Zaporizhia area. There's a lot of artillery fire going both ways, where both sides are trying to prevent the enemy from grouping up large concentrations of forces, and at the same time weakening the enemy before an assault, which means that both sides are preparing for an eventual assault/defense against enemy assault. And that's it for this update. Thank you all for watching and have a great day.